guys, welcome to today's video. Today I am showing you an updated 4th grade homeschool routine. We are in kind of a limbo. We are moving across the country, and so most of our house is packed, our homeschool room is gone, a lot of our curriculum, manipulatives, all of that is packed. So we are definitely in a simplified version of our homeschool day, but I wanted to share that with you guys. And maybe you're in a busy season, maybe you're moving, maybe something else is going on, and I just thought it would be good to share. Like, sometimes we don't need to do it all. We can make it as I don't want to say stressful, but we can make it as complex as we need to or as simple as we need to. So I thought that this would be fun to show you currently what my 4th grader is doing. If you're new here, my name is Ashley. I homeschool 3 kids. I have a 6th grader, 4th grader, and kindergartner. I also work full-time, and we have been homeschooling for 4 years now. And we have tried many curriculums, many things. I will say flat out, this has been our best school year, even though, like, personally our lives have been the most changed because we are moving our entire family about 1,400 miles across the country to somewhere new. So in this kind of intermediate transition time, let's talk about what my 4th grader is using. At this time, she is doing handwriting, language arts, and math. We do have other curriculums, other units and things that we normally are doing. Unfortunately, a lot of that needed to get packed because it's a lot, it's bulky, and again, we're just trying to simplify what we're doing in this time frame. I am extremely busy right now because I do work full-time, so doing that, managing a home, 3 kids, I just can't be super available for homeschooling at this time. So my 4th grader, and if you're interested, my 6th grader is doing exactly the same thing, just different levels. She's at the 6th grade levels where my 4th grader is at the 4th grade level. So if you're curious what she's doing, exactly the same thing. So I'm going to show you what my 4th grader is doing today. We're going to check on her throughout her homeschool day. Once we get moved and settled, we're going to start incorporating our other subjects in, such as science, elective type thing, fun unit studies. It's just, we're not doing that at this point in time, so we're keeping it simple, and that's okay. And I feel like we're still doing a lot and getting things done. I will also say that my kids are in their co-op session right now. So their co-op started at the beginning of September, and we will be going to co-ops until we move. And so my 4th grader is currently taking 3 co-op classes a week. Her first class is more of a fun class, physical, they call it recess. They just play and hang out with their friends. So that is one class that she is doing. Her second class is Nevada history. That is a normally required course in our public schools, and so our co-op does offer it for 4th grade students, and so she is actually taking that, which is kind of cool. Even though we're leaving the state, at least she gets to kind of learn the history before we leave. And then she is taking a art history class, so she is kind of getting her history and electives through that as well, and so that has been keeping her busy 2 days a week. And then the rest of the days of the week, she has been completing her normal school, which is what we're going to jump into now. All right, so my 4th grader is starting her school day with her Zaner Blosser handwriting. She is on level 4, and she is on page 42, unit 2, which is a review. She normally does 2 pages a day. So her review, she's practicing her undercurve letters. She already started working on it. That's why some of it is complete already. And then she will move on to practice. Even though I think at level 3C through 4, 5, and 6, it is mainly cursive focused, they always add in manuscript practice to make sure they're still perfecting their normal manuscript handwriting. So on this page, they have parts of a bike, and then they have them scrambled, so she has to figure out what this word is as part of the bike, unscramble it, and write it in her best manuscript. If she has any issues, can't remember manuscript, they always have these little QR codes where a little video can pop up and show, but I think she knows how to write all of her letters. Yeah. So those are the 2 pages she'll work on in handwriting, and then we will move on to her next subject. And so for math, she uses Saxon 5-4. She is on lesson 37, and today's lesson is reading fractions and mixed numbers from a number line. We don't do the warm-ups from Saxon, so she's going to go into the new concept. We actually use Nicole, the math lady, for teaching the lessons. So instead of us having to use this, the teacher's manual, Nicole will teach this new concept. And then my daughter will complete this lesson practice. So it looks like there's 4 problems in this practice set. And then she will do her mixed practice problem set as well. We only do half the problems. So as you can see, there are 27 problems because today is the 30th, which is an even day. She only does the even, so she'll only do like 2, 4, 6, and so on. Turn Nicole, the math lady. The lesson is exactly the same lesson, and she'll go ahead and watch the video from Nicole before completing her lesson practice. You set up?
It's easier. Hi, math lady. Today we're working on reading fractions and mixed numbers from a number line. Okay, so you'll see I have my handy dandy number line here, and I've marked it off in certain increments, and I've got the letter A marked. Well, how would I determine?
All right, so she has finished her lesson and her lesson practice, and now she's moving on to her mixed practice. So Saxon is a spiral approach. So she does her lesson practice, which is specific on the lesson she just learned, but then the mixed practice always reviews previously taught concepts. So they're constantly getting a review. So she does all of her problems in work, like on paper, and then in the Nicole the Math Lady system, she'll start assignment, and then she enters her answers directly in here, and then it will tell her if she's right or wrong. So she has the opportunity to fix her answer, and then this tracks everything for me. So I have all their assignments, their grades, everything like that. So she is pretty much almost done with her math. She has a few problems left. All right, so she has finished her lesson and her lesson practice, and now she's moving on to her mixed practice. So Saxon is a spiral approach. So she does her lesson practice, which is specific on the lesson she just learned, but then the mixed practice always reviews previously taught concepts. So they're constantly getting a review. So she does all of her problems in work, like on paper, and then in the Nicole the Math Lady system, she'll start assignment, and then she enters her answers directly in here, and then it will tell her if she's right or wrong. So she has the opportunity to fix her answer, and then this tracks everything for me. So I have all their assignments, their grades, everything like that. So she is pretty much almost done with her math. She has a few problems left. All right, so she has finished math, and now she's doing her final subject for today, which is from Moving Beyond the Page, Language Arts, Native American Animal Stories. So this is her 3rd unit from Concept 1. This is the book that she's been reading along with it. So this was from, because she's on lesson 3, so this was from day 1. So she already read that story, answered these questions, and now she will answer these questions and these questions. She will finish filling out the elements of culture chart. She has a worksheet on relative pronouns. She has to write some sentences at the bottom. More of the elements of culture she needs to complete, and then that will wrap up her lesson 3. So she'll do some reading, answer some questions and activities, and that will be what she does for her language arts. All right, so you guys got to see the curriculum and how my 4th grader completes her schoolwork. So very simplified. It probably takes her about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to complete, but more like an hour and a half to complete. when she's doing her just normal school books. Once we move, we're going to be back into a 5-day-a-week full-day school schedule with all of our subjects and electives, so I will be sure to make an updated video. But you know, in homeschooling, you're in seasons, and because your kids are home with you, you know, they have to live through those seasons. We can't just send them off to school while we're dealing with everything at home. They're here with our house being half packed, and they have to adjust just like we are. So if you're going through a busy season, it's okay to simplify. It's okay to not let homeschool be a burden or stress you out. That's the beauty of it. You have that flexibility. So that is what we are doing at this time. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.